Oh, I think it's phonetic in the piece of paper.
Yeah, it's all good.
Eat hello, everybody.
Keep going.
Oh, I'm gonna try to do this without my shades. This will be my first time doing it without them. Except for my first time actually doing it with them. My family was around the same time his was, the 80s. I was a 77 kid, born, raised by two teachers. So they treated me like a lab testing experiment all the time. If my brother did something wrong, they expected me to do something genuinely wrong. Which kind of made it hard to actually live up. I had to be the young parent to my brother because every time he fucked up, I would receive some type of backlash from it. I remember one time in particular, he was in college and yeah, he partied himself out on the school 10 grand. And in the 90s, that was a lot of money. I don't know if it's a lot of currency now, but it's still, some money I could have used. I'm looking at him like, do you understand how much pressure is on you to actually make me, to actually do me? Now I can't rely on them to actually send me to school unless I actually do better than you. You have literally pissed me off to the point where I'm actually acting like my dad. And the old man, he didn't take it out as badly as I did, because I was more or less pissed off at him because he fucked my chances up of ever actually getting a free ride to college. There's so much there's so much my brother fucked up with. He actually, 16, we both actually had those urges, when a 16-year-old wants to actually get rid of that B card. I got rid of mine about the same time he did, but I was like more elaborate about it. I went to the girl's house instead of doing it in my parents' house. I did it at her house. My brother decided he was one of those ones that basically was like, you know what, we just don't do it in the front family room right there on the pull-out couch. I was like, are you serious? You do know I can see you.
Move stand. Move it. Yeah, there you go.
There.
You also put the microphone
There you go.
up to your mouth.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. You can hear me? Okay,
Good.
yeah, so he did it on the pull-out couch and I did it at her house. So that was just one of those unique experiences. My mom found out the next morning when I got back from school, where have you been? I'm looking like, I had a early JRTC meeting. No, you didn't. I'm looking at her, I couldn't lie to that woman to save my soul. She was like, she always knew my lies like right off the bat. I was just looking like, you know what, woman, I can't lie to you. I went to actually get some before I actually got to school. I came out, she was looking like, who the hell is the heifer? I was like, you know what, you don't wanna know. Cause at that time she was not into, she looked at everybody's complexion as a threat. She was a 1948 kid. So she was one of them ones that was like, hey, you shouldn't be dating this, you shouldn't be dating that, you should be dating black women, empowering them. Looking like, but all of them look beautiful to me. So I was more or less, I was intrigued by the color. I was intrigued by the differences and the nuances. I was more or less a Baskin Robbins guy. I dated every flavor underneath the sun. I literally did, because I've had Asian cake, I've had Native American cake, I've had all the cakes that you could think of, except for maybe a couple new ones. I finally got the spice cake this past year, and I was like, you too spicy for me. You a little bit hot, coming in really hot with the heat, because I was looking like, I didn't know there was a level of crazy that I hadn't seen. But I found out there was a level that I hadn't seen or heard or actually knew that lived. And it was insanity that I had met. I was looking like, oh dear Jesus, what am I gonna do? I mean, this woman is like borderline like needs to be like locked in the cuckoo bin, literally, because I'm looking like you are like, yeah, you're there for real, you are there, and I'm loving. I love the attraction, I love the sex, I love the whole entire experience, but you crazy on a level that I ain't never been on. I've been on many levels, but you're on that level that's making me nervous, you know. And I went there and I was like, you know what? Okay, help me, God, Jesus, somebody, you know, sweet baby Jesus, come to me now because I need you now. And it was an experience in my life. And like I said, a lot more experiences came along as I grew. From 16, I got high at 17. I told my brother, I will blackmail you because I know what happened when you were 16. So don't think twice about it, because I got high, and I got high off of 5 joints and 5 pass me around joints. I was messed up. I had enough freaking alcohol in my system. I would have never passed the darn, I would have never passed that meter. Trust me, that thing would have been like beep, 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 beep.
Right.
You drunk. Yeah, I was like, had my friends carry me home, and I hurled like there was no tomorrow. I was looking like, I was hugging the porcelain god because I was just sitting there looking like, this is gonna be interesting. And he looked in and he was like, I was like, if you tell Dad, I will tell him what happened when you were 16 years old, so don't think twice about it. You want that on your conscience? It's bad enough you actually fucked up one of his babies. He loved BMWs. He had a BMW fetish. He loved foreign cars. I know where I get it from. I love Volkswagens. He loved BMWs. We had something in common besides watching, you know, the Dow, you know, go up and down all day long. And I loved helping him with stock markets and figuring out, you know, which one to pick out. That was our thing. I couldn't play golf with this man, I swear to goodness. He took me on the course, and I was looking like, so this is what makes your day on Sunday. And he was like, yeah, this is what makes my day. I'm bored out of my mind. I swear to God, if you ever take me to this again, I will actually jump off the par 9 and literally hang myself on the side of the cliff. Please don't ever take me to this again. If you do, I am not playing 9 holes with you. I'll be at the 9th one hung over. And I'm only 12 years old. And I told this man, I was like, either you can speak to me as a child, or you can speak to me as an adult. Which one is your choice? He looked over at the newspaper and he just folded it back up. I was like, I guess you don't still speak to me as a child. I don't know what's going on. That's fine. I'll ask my mother. And she gave me the same response. So, took me to 13. I was an ADHD kid, and I broke my medication. That was a very interesting feel. They were arguing in front of me, and it just seemed ever so the time to actually blur out a whole bunch of cuss words. What are cuss words? I asked myself that question. They're action verbs. Fuck, you fuck. Shit, you take a shit. Motherfucker, you are fucking somebody's mother. So why are they so damned against the Bible? Even a damn is something we build. So why are these bad words to everybody else that listens to them? And biblical words that we actually shun. Because the Bible is not complete in its actions. So that made me wonder, is there more to it? Yeah, there's a lot more to it. People have been discovering it. People have been looking for it a lot of times to figure out, you know, what's missing. We don't know what's missing. We don't even know how much of it's missing. They said 40 books are in there. 40 people wrote it, and there's over a dozen chapters in it. So is there more than that? It might be. It's a question that we all ask ourselves every once in a while, intrigued. I didn't question my grandfather. He was a good preacher. So I come from a preacher-teacher family, and I come from a family that's always been somewhat nurturing. I don't know, my mom was hard on me 80% of the time. Didn't get a compliment till I was old enough to actually scream back at her, hey, I'm a child that actually would like some attention, not you backing down on me. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, a lot of me led to this idea. If we show our kids a little bit more love and less of the appeal of what the world wants, we'll get there.
Lilo. I wanna hear Lilo. I wanna hear Lilo.
Lilo says goodnight, everybody.
No,
Y'all have
no,
wonderful.
no, we wanna hear Lilo. We wanna hear Lilo. You got 2 more minutes. How much time you got?
He's done.
Oh, he done? No,
I didn't agree with it.
no. I wanna hear, you did good. You did very
You
good.
did good, you did good.
You did very good.
Hey, even without the glasses.